Hey, what's up, fellas? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. Today, we're going to talk about how to transform into your most attractive version of yourself without struggling. We got a special guest, Diogo. So, I'm going to see if we could get him on. Hey, bro, when you get on, just let me know. Just write a message or a comment or something so I could bring you on. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How about
Yeah, man. It's fucking amazing. Life is good.
Hell yeah. Yo, it's been a little minute, bro. We stay in touch, obviously, but I'm sure a lot has happened since the last time we spoke and stuff. So, how you been, Fill me in a little bit.
Yeah, dude, I've been like really focused on my business and really growing it now. I think it's the best time to do it. And yeah, I mean, taking some time off too,
Mhm.
surfing, you know, meeting some girls. Yeah, it's been good.
Hell yeah. That's what's up, bro. I definitely see you doing your thing, bro. Like, you're doing a lot of, I see like co-presentation, bringing a lot of people on, getting different perspectives on dating. And I've been doing the same thing, like trying to connect with different guys and really just seeing how people are interpreting life, in regards to dating, in regards to success, stuff like that. And then, it's the whole idea of iron sharpening iron, right? Like, we have these conversations and it helps us to elevate our level of consciousness and our understanding. So always enjoy doing stuff. So, all right, fellas. So we got our special guest on today, Diogo. We did a part one before in the past, and now we're doing a part two. And the topic for today is how to transform into the most attractive version of yourself without struggling. Now, I think this is a very good topic, and I'd love to get Diogo's perspective and take on what he means by this. He didn't understand it at first, but he kind of explained it to me a little bit. But I'd love to hear like his whole reasoning for, I guess, putting this message out there and how and what he means. Go ahead, bro. Let us know what's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like a big thing that a lot of people in success in general like think that to be successful you need to like work hard, struggle, just try to climb the ladder of success and just like battle your way through it. And yeah, it's just not true actually. It's like it's not, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna feel uncomfortable and you're not gonna feel feelings in your body that don't feel like pleasant per se, but it's more about like we assuming that that's not part of the process or that shouldn't happen. And then because we are resisting what is and what is supposed to happen, then that's when you struggle, right? So it's more about the way that you, the perspectives you have about the way you feel and the judgments, and then that creates a lot of the struggle, the imagined struggle that we create in our own head, you know.
Nah, that makes sense because I was thinking about this understanding of evolution, like evolving as a man. And one of the things I looked at is like the process of evolving or becoming a better version of yourself. To me, by definition, if you're becoming a better version of yourself, that would mean you would have to go through some kind of challenge or some kind of difficulty or some kind of tension. And by going through that and overcoming it, the new version of yourself is out. So it sounds like what you're saying is in order to become a version of ourselves. We are going to go through challenges, struggles, things like that. But we don't need to look at it as something bad or something we should avoid. It's actually part of the process, something we should embrace and not.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. I think most importantly, I think is understanding why those feelings come up and what do they are pointing at. So if you understand that you are trying to change yourself, changing who you are, changing your reality, that means that you right now, whatever reality you're in, you have certain beliefs that support the reality, right? But then if you want to change to a better one, you gotta let go of the beliefs that once was served you in a previous reality, but the new one, it doesn't serve you anymore. And so they have to come up in the form of feelings to kind of give you the opportunity to choose if you wanted to accept those beliefs and let them go and let go of them, or if you hold on to them and you choose to sabotage yourself and go back to the reality that's more comfortable and more you're more used to.
Yeah,
And if people start seeing that's what it means, it becomes like it changes your relationship with the feelings. It gives you clarity to not get trapped into fighting the process of life and evolution, like you said.
yeah, yeah. So it's basically it's like with this way of thinking or this understanding that you're talking about, if somebody was to shift to this way of thinking, this understanding, it would lead to like acceleration towards their goal or towards their evolution. Because now instead of having challenges, having problems that come up and trying to like fight their own mind and what's happening and all that, all of that, instead of that, it's like you're looking at, okay, this is what's supposed to happen if I want to achieve my goal, if I want to become the best version of myself. This is exactly not a bad thing or to look at in a negative way. This is what the universe is sending for me to become the person I want to be. Like the universe is giving me this opportunity because I basically asked for it. If I want to achieve a certain goal or become a certain type of person, it's not going to happen by me just wishing for it. It happens. Like I have to earn it, right? Like I have to go through what to achieve that. So, all right, cool. So one thing I was thinking about, bro, like I was actually thinking about why some people achieve their goals others. Like why somebody can set a goal and like, hit it a lot faster than somebody else who maybe years, and they're still trying to achieve the same goal. So how from your perspective, yeah,
What?
what would you say is like the difference between a guy who, sets a goal and like he achieves it in like a decent amount of time versus a guy who has had this same goal or the same challenge that he's been dealing with for years and years and years and years? What would you say is the difference?
Yeah, I mean, I think the guy that figures it out faster is the guy that is able to be very humble and like learn much faster,
Mm.
learn really much faster, and not make like a lot of people make the same mistakes over and over again without and make themselves a victim instead of taking responsibility and then learning from the mistake that they did and then moving forward things faster because yeah, like people try to avoid mistakes as this is something that you should avoid, but actually mistakes are fucking great if you learn from them. So you should like actually make more mistakes,
Yeah,
seek to make mistakes instead of avoiding, and then you can accelerate your process of learning and you can get results much faster than other people.
got you. So can you break down let somebody where they are right now? They ask you like, hey bro, hey Diogo, how can I become the most attractive version of myself? Like what are some steps I can take, some practical steps I can take to start becoming the most attractive version of myself?
Yeah, I think for a lot of guys is the first most important step that can like kind of baby step into something more like something more hard. I think with just being able or putting yourself in more tension every day, under more tension, and and experience whatever feelings come up when you expose, because that's basically what we all are avoiding, like the nice guy problem, or trying to please people, or not wanting to be in confrontation, is that people don't know how to be in tension, be okay and relaxed while in tension with women or whatever business stuff, business related or coaching. And really there it's where things flourish, is in the tension, and you become more grounded
Mhm.
when you step into more tension with other people.
So can you give examples of stepping into tension?
Yeah, so like very simple, something that's has really worked for people that are when they're starting out into going out and meeting women, is very simple. Like you can even do this by asking directions all the time if you're really like if you feel like you can't approach women or you're too scared. You can start by just asking the time and just doing this simple exercise where you just go up to someone and you say, "Excuse me, do you know where is the time?" And just after you say, "Excuse me," the person is staring at you, and you just count maybe 3 seconds or 4 seconds in your head, and just relax into your body and just feel into your body, and then speak. And then you start seeing that a lot of the problem is like you're trying too hard, and you're just like you're tensing up, you're scared, and then you're speaking too fast, and then that's just like pushing people away, pushing women away. So if you guys step into more your core, your center, and you feel balanced and grounded, then your natural masculine power just can flow through you, right?
Yeah. So you would say, okay, so the result of putting yourself through tension is become more grounded, essentially.
Yeah, just being able to kind of sit relaxed in a situation that can be kind of confrontational, or or like polarizing, and maintaining your center and not like freaking out and not becoming all emotional and reactive you know
So, okay, so you're saying, because let's say somebody says, you know, yeah, but if I just make a lot of money, what if I just go and make a lot of money? I'll be more attractive. Like, why should I go and say to ask for the time when I could just focus on making money or something else? What
yeah,
Yeah, why did you give that advice as opposed to just telling someone, hey, just go make a lot of money or go do whatever, right?
because like what kind of women you want to attract?
Mm.
Women that like you for who you are, right? Or women that likes you because of your accolades, or for how much money you make. I mean, yeah, I mean, you can go make money and still be attractive, don't get me wrong, but if your entry, try to get women into your life, is to showing off your car and the money, like that, what kind of women are you expecting to get? You want quality women, and yeah, I mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah, nah,
So,
nah, I agree 100%, bro. I actually believe my mindset on everything is I believe we should maximize everything. But I think if there was something to place importance on, say it's your character, which is basically what you're talking about, like your character as a man. So being grounded in your masculinity is part of that. Being able to lead is part of that. Being on your purpose is part of that. Knowing,
and that's gonna make you a lot more money.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like a lot, maybe not in the short term, but if you try to like build an house in the sand, and the ocean will come and it's just crumble and everything crumbles, you gotta make a solid foundation first and then build the fucking house on top of it. And so this is the work, like that once that you gain the social skills and being grounded and not being okay under stress and under pressure, you're gonna be a much greater leader for your company, for your employees if you want to build a big business. I mean, it's way more than just getting good with women and getting sexy. It's like who you become is really, you can really shift in a very fast way. Like I never saw something that can really change you and like your self-image and everything so quick like this. This is like on steroids.
Yeah, yeah. So so yeah, I know you deal with like professionals and entrepreneurs, you know what I mean? They come to you and these are people who do step into tension. They do step into tension, but you're saying there's different types of tension, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think especially sexual tension is a big problem for even guys that have businesses and entrepreneurs because they're used to tension, but in the context of sales or business, but not with their sexuality and being themselves on the line in that sense. And yeah, a lot of guys struggle with being okay and comfortable with their sexuality and expressing it. So it's like it unlocks a lot of things more.
Yeah, bro. It's interesting because like I really feel what you're saying. Like even little things that you're saying, like oh, just go say hello to the girl, and it's not even about picking her up or anything. It's just about relaxing into that tension. You know, being present in your body, being grounded in your body, and if you continuously do this, you're building up this groundedness. So you're becoming more grounded. You're becoming more confident. And now, you know, when you communicate to a woman, you're true you're comfortable enough and relaxed enough to let your true expression come out, your authentic expression come out. Now you can connect with the right women, the women who are aligned with, you know, your type of energy or your type of mindset or, you know, way of being. If you're not grounded, if you're not able to handle tension, you know, you go and you approach a woman, you're gonna give off like this. It's like this anxious energy or this like certain uncertain energy, and it makes the girl anxious. It makes her uncertain. It makes her, you know, feel weird. And so you're turning her off by your vibe. Like it's not even about how you look or any of that stuff. Like that plays a part, obviously, but what's really going on here is your energy's off. You know what I mean? And you're basically um, you're not allowing the energy to flow in a way where you can create a real connection, right?
Yeah, I think like, and I was speaking with a client about this, is like I was listening to his infield and he always like felt the need to be the one initiating the conversation and talking and not being able to kind of just be, maybe even being in this 1 minute silence period
Mm-hmm.
where you don't say anything and then you just stare at her and kind of expect her to kind of be the one investing back.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys have that kind of like, they kind of feel the need to always they feel uncomfortable in the sounds in the first place, and then they feel the need to like compensate and always think that I have to make it happen more and more and more, instead of like, okay, you make it happen when the girl like invests a little bit in, then you back up a little bit and let her be the one investing in you and asking you questions and giving that space for her to open up as well. I think that's works way better.
Word. So let me ask you this, bro. Let's say let's say someone has been struggling in their dating life for a long time and they've actually been going out and approaching some girls, but they can't seem to get over this approach anxiety, or they can't seem to get to a point where they truly feel self-confident with women and with themselves. What would you tell this guy? Would you tell him he's not doing it right, or he should focus on something else, or what would you say to a guy like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're not being able to be consistent
Mm.
by yourself, like don't think that you're gonna figure it out by yourself if you already took a while investing in it and you didn't figure out by yourself. So yeah, I mean, I think being consistent is definitely the most important thing. Of course, then being able to be honest with yourself and analyze yourself, that's very important too. But if you can't be consistent by yourself, then either like get a mentor that already did it. I
Hmm.
think that's really important. Like everyone, a lot of people think that asking for help is like weak or like, but actually it's not. It's a sign of strength. It's a sign that you fucking like believe in yourself and want to learn faster and not waste the precious time of your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean either that, but if you don't have money to invest, yeah, I mean trying to get around with people that have the same goals
Hmm.
and want to achieve the same things and try to get some wings or partners to to go on the journey with you and help you to get the consistency in. But yeah, I mean if you didn't get it now, like how much time do you are willing to waste? That's the question you ask yourself.
Hmm. Yeah, no doubt. So I see somebody made a comment. Let me just see what they said real quick. The more I try and spark an interest, the more I lose them. The more I sit back and let them work to a point, the more they treat me like I'm a god. Okay, so more of a comment.
Okay.
That's strong. What do you think about that? I think that's pretty strong. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like women want for you to be mysterious and for them to try to figure you out.
Hmm.
That's what they're looking for, you know. And so you just give it that to them, give them the opportunity for them to get what they really want, and things get much more simpler if you do that.
Yeah,
You don't have to fucking make so much effort, try so hard.
yeah. Now I was thinking about like where I'm at now because I spent a lot of years going out and approaching girls and doing that. Uh, but I think where I'm at now is I've went through that period of time where I was going out approaching women, and for me, all that was me basically dealing with my insecurities, working on my social skills, building up my groundedness, my confidence. It was really just me working on myself through approaching women, right? Like that was how I was going about it. I was using my women really. I was, it's kind of like they were a mirror for what I myself essentially, and I believe that's much what's going on with that. Um, but now it's like I'm on this mindset like, how can I make myself so attractive that women are approaching me? You know, is that where you kind of thinking now, or you care about that? Like, where are you at with that? Hey, I can't I don't know if you. I can't hear you.
What?
I can't hear you. Like, did you?
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
So what was the question? I forgot. Yeah, where was that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really too focused on that right now, but I still meet some girls here and there, and yeah, I'm not particularly thinking about that, but yeah, definitely I'm thinking about now, like maybe creating different ways to that, like if I want to focus on other areas of my life too, but I want to still meet girls, but I don't want to like spend all day walking around or to approach women, finding a way to build like have some friends with social circles and stuff like this, and build ways to meet more women without putting so much effort into cold approach or whatever. Or I just do it whenever I don't go out on purpose to like go meet girls. So like it happens if I'm cross someone that I find attractive, then I do it. But yeah, I guess that it really depends when someone is at like you know
Mm,
what would be the best thing for them to do.
yeah.
So yeah, don't take my word. I mean, not everyone is in the same place in their life, so some people just need to go out and fucking take a lot of action because they're being slacking off too much, or other people need to calm down a little bit and just organize themselves.
Yeah. So how do you pick up? Like, do you see pickup as a skill set, or do you see it as a beingness, or do you see it as a combination of the two, or a mindset?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's both. It's both because like I don't imagine just like a monk go out to the club and being like pimping, you know what I'm saying? So I think that the internal stuff is really important, but without the external stuff, knowing what to do, how to proceed and move things forward, then you can't really shine as well. So it's always the both things, and you gotta find which part of your life like you're in, which one is more important for you to focus on right now. But I think that they end up kind of bleeding into each other. So if you focus on the external, that then affects your internal world, because you change your beliefs, so you change what's possible for you and all this stuff. And then you can heal internally, or you can as well at some point, maybe later on, start like focusing more internally, and that shifts more and more the external world for you.
Yeah. I feel like for me, it seems like there's been like seasons. I don't know if it's been like this for you, but what I mean by that is like there's different periods of my life where like pickup is always like there, but like it's like season is how much focus I give to it or how I go about it. So, for example, like there was a time where I was going to the club every night, and that was like a season. Like I was just really into that. I was really into that. And then like at some point it was like, okay, I don't need to do this anymore. And then that shifted into day game, right? Like I started doing the day game like every single day. This was last year. I went out every day pretty much doing day game. And this was during the COVID, but it was like a season. It's like I just needed to do that. Like for needed to do that. And then now I don't really go out and approach as much now. Now it seems like I'm focusing more on my in the sense of like my mindsets. I'm a lot more into like spirituality. So focusing on my energy. I'm doing a lot of meditation. And then I feel like there's gonna be another season where I'm gonna go back out and be doing the day game and the night game again. I think that I feel that coming up again, but it's gonna be more powerful this time because I elevated my mindset, my consciousness. You know what I mean? I'm more grounded, all those things. So now when I go back out, it's gonna be like a whole different experience. So I'm curious what you're.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's really, really big stuff. Is like, and we think that things are only changing, or we are improving or shifting where we are doing things. But I think a lot of times when you kind of step back and just focus on yourself,
Mhm.
then you see that your action was coming from a place where you had a lot of blind spots, and you were making way harder for you than it needed to be.
Mhm.
And then when you become aware of it and let go of it, you realize like when you come back to it, it becomes more and more effortless and more easy, and things flow so much more easy. Yeah. And so you actually made a huge investment by just not start taking a while to like focus on yourself. That was the best investment you could have done, because now you're much better.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's like all those seasons were necessary. You know what I mean? Like to get to the point that I'm at right now. Because if I didn't do those things, maybe I wouldn't have the same mindset or maturity to look at things differently. Like, oh, let me look at meditation now. Like I'm doing the hustle thing. Let me see how meditation would play into this. Because I remember like in the past I've seen it and I've maybe tried it or whatever, but I used corny or whatever. And like, but as I've matured and I've had these different experiences, and even women, when you go and do like day game, cold approach or night game, you meet all kinds of different women, and sometimes these women will introduce you to different things. They'll tell you, "Oh yeah, I'm doing yoga or I'm doing this," and you hear about it, and you're like, maybe I'll look into it or whatever, right? And then you know it, and then you learn. And you so I think a lot of it too is being open minded, right? Like being open to try different things that doesn't fit into your culture or how you were raised, right? But you're open to seeing, because I'm even hearing like about uh, the quantum field. Oh, we are what's biomass beings or something like
You're lagging a bit, bro. Like
that.
you're like when you speak is like breaking. I don't know. Is the sound like breaking?
Yeah, how is it not better?
Yeah. Let's see. I think is
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was just saying like I forgot what I was saying, bro. I don't know what the hell I was saying. I was saying something. I think it was good, but um, just being just open minded, bro. Like I was saying, like when you do code approach, meet like different types of girls, and like I'm like open to what they're saying. Sometimes they'll come to me and be saying some different like stuff I never heard before. Like some girl was telling me about like for example like tarot cards, right? Like tarot cards. Like I that's something that I've heard of, but like at certain points I was like, yo, what is that? Like, like I think it's corny or weird, but now I'm like, it's kind of interesting. Like she was telling me about it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, you should bring the tarot cards next time we hang out. Let's, because I wanna evolve, man. I wanna get better. I wanna learn some new shit.
Fuck yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
then I was just mentioning like being open minded. I feel is another part of
Yes.
becoming evolving, right?
Yeah, open-mindedness is probably one of the most important traits if you want to like really evolve faster. Is like not limiting yourself and not thinking like this is like being open to see what you can learn from every area and every people that are very different, and being able to kind of judge like what's like the nuggets in there and like what you can take out of different people and then add to your own style, and then just you become like the world becomes your playground. Anything can be you can use to make you better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And everything, yeah, you can learn from every event, every person. You don't need to kind of like, okay, this is the people I look up to, I can only learn from them. I can't learn from like a homeless person or learn from some other person that seems has no value to the eyes of society. And then you actually can, if you are open-minded, to be able to learn from all those sources.
Oh yeah. So I think we could end on that, bro. Like final, I don't know, final thoughts or anything you'd like to that you think would be of value to just end.
Yeah, I think for the guys in the group and in being your group about dating, I think what we spoke about the tension, I think that's if they want to take something from this live stream was like applying that to their lives more and more and stepping into more tension slowly every day, like a little 1% every day. And you can really like after a couple of months you can be in a completely different place in yourself, and then that will manifest externally in your life, and think you're gonna get way better opportunities and better chances to go after your dreams or what you want.
Oh yeah, 300%. All right, fellas, thanks for watching. Bro, I guess if you could just like, I think
What?
drop a link to your group in the comment section.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Your group has a interesting perspective on dating as well. So if you guys wanna, it's called conscious dating or something like that.
Super conscious mentoring for men.
Yeah, yeah. So if you guys are like that conscious vibe, you know what I mean? Definitely you should join Diogo's group because he focuses on that and he brings some people in there as well, giving his insights on dating, but like on a conscious, like a spiritual level. So it's pretty interesting. But thanks for coming on, bro. I appreciate you, brother.
My pleasure, bro. Thank you very much for having me. Peace.